Hey, welcome to the Unscripted Pause. I'm your host, Diane. And today, this is what we don't talk about Wednesday. Yeah, and I'm ready to talk about this. I'm going to talk about home ownership. Yeah. hmm And since this is what we don't say Wednesday, I'm going to talk about the things people don't talk about when it comes to home ownership. Look, people that saying you need to own your own home. If you don't own, you're just throwing your money away. Blah, blah, blah. Look, Tommy and I, we own our house. We've been here 4 years now. Okay, I'm about to be 60 this year. Tommy's going to be 80 this year. Yeah, we're not going to be in this house no 30 years, right? Okay. Even we're just not going to be. Okay. So here's what I think about home ownership. I think it's good if you buy a house when you're young, you're raising kids, and you really plan on staying in the house, right, for 30 years. Don't mind this, I hurt my thumb. Okay, so if you really plan on staying in the house for 30 years, great. Or if you're able to just buy a house in cash outright, right? Because the thing is, I don't own this house, right? We're paying a mortgage. And so until we actually pay off this mortgage, we don't own the house, right? The bank owns the house. And because if we don't make the payments, the bank will put us out, right? So we don't own this house. And so this is my thing about home ownership. Like, oh, you gotta own a blah blah blah. And I'm just like, it's okay if I don't want to own a house. Like, it's okay if you don't want to own a house. Look, owning a house is lovely, right? Yeah, you get some tax benefits, right, at tax time, but really, I don't think they're all that great. I mean, they're good. They're good, don't get me wrong. But, it's like, I don't think you really benefit from a house unless you own it outright. So you're waiting 15 or 30 years, whatever it is, right? Your mortgage, or again, you paid for it outright, right? That's when I think you see the real benefits of home ownership. Okay. Now, here's what, people don't want to talk about when it comes down to owning a home. One, I don't think you should own a home if you don't have disposable income. Houses are needy. Houses are needy. These are things people don't say. Houses are needy. And you'll never know. You'll never know when they're going to need something. Okay. It's like tending to a freaking baby. It can't speak for itself. Well, sometimes it does speak for itself. But most of the time, you don't know what it's going to need, when it's going to need it, just all of a sudden needs something. Look, when I was traveling last year for work, came home, house hot, hot as all get out. And what happened? Our furnace went out. That's $15,000 later. We had to have a new a new furnace. Um, and so a new furnace, air conditioner, like it was a whole thing. That's a whole lot of money. And then you have to hope. I hope don't nothing else go wrong with this house. I hope do not need another thing. So what? We've been in here for 4 years. So there's a brand new air conditioner furnace. There's brand new windows in here. So we bought it, what, 4 years ago. The house is 27 years old now. So everything, when we bought this house, um, there's only been we bought it from the original owners of the house. Nothing had been replaced in the house, right? Because there hadn't been a need. So everything in the house is almost time to be going down, right? So we moved in here like the next year, so we had to replace all the windows. Like water was getting in, like it was a whole thing. And this is what I'm saying, like all these things like that a house needs. Do you know how much it costs to replace all the windows in your house? Yeah. And again, we didn't replace every single window, but most of them. And in our house, in the living room, this is one of the things, selling points of the house for us, right? These big windows. Like these, it's a wall of windows. Look, I do love this house. It's a wall of windows. It was a huge selling point. But when you're looking and you see all those windows, you're like, oh, I love that. You're not ever thinking, oh, one day I'm going to have to replace these windows. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. So it was a lot of money to replace the windows. There is carpeting throughout most of this house. That is also now 27 years old. The carpeting does still look really good, but it does need to be replaced. And so look, this is all I want to say about home ownership. I don't think it's all that it's cracked up to be. That's right. I said it. I don't think that it's all that it's cracked up to be. You can debate me on it. Look, I'm going to say this because I can. I would rather spend my disposable income on traveling, on shopping, on meals. I know. See? And I don't care. I don't care. See, that's what people don't want to voice. You don't want to voice that you have different priorities. Like this house is lovely. I love our house. Don't get me wrong. I love our house. We also need to replace the kitchen counters. Like, at some point we're going to have to do that. The inside of the house needs to be repainted. All the things. Now, those are some cosmetic things, right? And those you can really kind of put those things off. But if all of a sudden the roof starts, and you can't put that off, right? You can't, if something goes wrong with the plumbing, you can't put that off. Oh, and get this. The dryer, the house has it has high ceilings and there's an attic. There is to clean out the dryer hose. I mean, they do have to get professionally done, but we have to get it done every year. Oh, which makes me think I think it's time to do that. We have to get it done every year. It's this huge long pipe that goes is madness. When we had it done last year, the guy was like, "Wow, I've not really seen anything like this before." hmm You know how much that cost? That's expensive because it's got this long. See, all the things that go into it. Now, here is like the lovely thing. It's like my mortgage payment, because it was 4 years ago. Interest rates were stupid low. Our mortgage payment is not that like our mortgage payment is not that high at all. But if you're gonna do home ownership, and if you're thinking about it or whatever, like you really have to have access to disposable income, and you really need to be good with your money. Meaning, you need to be a person that understands how to save money, understands how to invest money, you need to have some access to some capital, or you need to have good credit so that when things go wrong, you can get access to some credit, right? And so you can replace your air conditioning unit and furnace that's costing $15,000 because, I don't know. I didn't have $15,000 in disposable income. So there's that. But, I'm sorry. I want to shop. I want to go out to dinner. I want to travel. That's where I want my disposable income to go, not into a savings account because I don't know what may happen to the house or what the house may need. Now, don't come for me because I know there's a lot of pros to owning a house. One, you don't have, you're not attached. You don't have your neighbors, any neighbors above you or below you, like all the things, right? You have a lot of, you have a lot of privacy. We have this attached garage. Like, yes, 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 and yes. Lots and lots of pros to having a house and being in a house. I'm still on what we don't say Wednesday saying I could be just as happy in an apartment. Look, I think I've said this on a video before. I am not a person that likes responsibility and commitment. Ooh, child, where did that come? Where does that come from? Like, you're in an apartment or you're renting a house, whatever you're doing. Something goes wrong. Guess what you do? you pick up the phone and you say, X is happening. You need to send somebody out here to take care of that. Done. Done. Something goes wrong here. I got to like, okay, is that the plumbing guy? Then I got to find, okay, or do I call, the home ownership warranty, which I think is a scam. I mean, I don't think it's like a scam, but it's like I pay this money every month to go to this home warranty service every month, and it is not cheap. Then, if I need to call for service, then they send somebody out, and then I still have to pay not as much as if I just called a place directly, but I still have to pay a service fee on top of that. Yeah. And I'm like, I think the extra money you pay, I sometimes kind of think it's worth it. Sometimes kind of think it's worth it to just be able to pick up the phone and say, so look, our yard, our front yard, it's got some bare patches in the grass. Now, the HOA we're a part of, there's somebody that comes out and they cut the grass every week. That's all they do is cut the grass. We are responsible for everything else with our yard, for trimming hedges, any flowers, any landscaping we want done, trimming flowers, which also includes taking care of the bare patches in our yard. I'm not a yard person, a garden person. I don't want to be out there doing that, but Tommy can't really do it, so I have to do it. So I'm at Lowe's picking up grass seed. Then I'm out in the yard and I'm raking up the dead stuff. And I was out there and I thought, I'm a bit more on be doing this. Now, granted, we could pay somebody to do it, right? We could pay somebody to do it. But it's like the stuff. Child, the stuff. I just like no responsibility. So there you have it. There you have it for what we don't say Wednesday. hmm I know. Come at me if you want. I don't care. Come at me. It's okay. But we are paying for this house. We love this house. Unless something happens, we don't plan on going anywhere. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's what I have to say about what we don't say about home ownership. All right. Until next time, be well.